Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, he hails from New York and weighs in tonight at 207 pounds, Vince Russo.
Well, Vince Russo, love it or hate it, the fact is this man a former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He's on a bit of a crusade at the moment to prove that he is the greatest wrestling podcaster on the planet today. And he's going to be taking on various other podcasters in the professional wrestling game. Tonight he faces a very tough challenge though against a former wrestler. I think he's bitten off a lot more than he can chew here tonight with his first opponent, and you're going to see why as he is about to make his way to the ring.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, hailing from Houston, Texas, and weighing in tonight at 291 pounds, Mark Calaway.
Well, he may be known now as Mark Calaway, the host of 6 Feet Under, but most of us know him as the legendary wrestler The Undertaker. But wait a minute, Michelle McCool coming out here. What the hell's going on? She seems to be gesturing to her husband, and wait a minute, Mark Calaway going to the back. Michelle McCool saying she's the star of the show. She wants to wrestle this match. Oh, and the fans not happy about this. This is not the match that we advertised. Mark McCool will not tell Michelle what to do. She'll be feared to death. I'm crossing her, and look at this now. Michelle McCool is going to take on Vince Russo. I guess she thinks she's the driving force behind the 6 Feet Under podcast. And she's going to be the representative here tonight against whatever podcast Vince Russo does. Nobody knows the name of it, but I believe he does do one. As now Russo going behind McCool with a sleeper hold, trying to put the lights out on the wife of The Undertaker. And a drop kick to the back, McCool, a Hall of Famer somehow. And now look at this, Russo goes behind, and a very, very vicious but devastating reverse suplex by Vince Russo. Maybe McCool should have let her husband fight this battle, and Vince Russo victorious here. Maybe one step closer to proving he's the greatest wrestling podcaster on the planet.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Vince Russo.
Well, a great win for Vinny Roo here. Oh, the production truck making a mistake here, because that, for some reason, playing the theme from the Midnight Express. And my God, it's Jim Cornette. No way is it going to happen. Jim Cornette stood on the stage. Vince Russo telling him to bring it. And Jim Cornette's bringing it, my God. Finally, we're going to get to see it. Russo trying the right hand. Cornette has waited 3 decades for this opportunity. And my God, Cornette like a man on fire here. Going right after Vince Russo. Cornette is absolutely possessed, like a man possessed. Beating the bejesus out of the man who he says he hopes he lives long enough to urinate on that man's grave. He may be in that grave sooner here, the way Cornette is going. My God, the rivalry's finally going to be settled here. Cornette really doing a number, but wait a minute. Oh no, I forgot. We all forgot Vince Russo got that protective order, that restraining order against Jim Cornette. He's not allowed to be within 10 feet of him. And an officer of the law now, Frank Tenpenny, coming in to make sure that protective order is obeyed here by Jim Cornette. Cornette breaching that order, Vince Russo hiding behind an officer of the law. We wanted to see the fight finally happen, but law enforcement in the form of Frank Tenpenny, Officer Frank Tenpenny, one of the finest officers in Los Santos, the Los Santos Police Department. And now look at this, Russo getting his cheap shots in, yeah, now the police officer's there. Cornette forgetting about that restraining order. And now it looks like Jim Cornette, the Louisville Slugger, will be spending the night in jail. If you want some great created wrestlers in your game, but without going through the lengthy process of creating them yourself, well, I can help you out with that. If you play on PS2 or PS2 emulator, I can create just for you a custom save data file and preload it with up to 30 created wrestlers that you have chosen. If you're interested, send me an email at pastgengamingemail@gmail.com. My email is linked on the main channel page, and I can also do this for the PSP, but on PSP I can only do save files for the European version of the game.